Today we're going to have a look at the SC knot. It's a knot used to join a main line of braid to a leader, usually in heavier leader because it is very slim. It enables it to go through guides nice and easily. Much like the FG knot, it uses the same principles as a Chinese finger stall, where it sort of wraps around and doesn't allow it to pull back out again. So it makes it really nice and thin in diameter, which allows it to go through guides when going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. All right, let's get into it. So to start the SC knot, we take our braid and we double it over. Then we take our leader material, lay it side by side, give each of them about 5 centimeters. Now the double of the braid is going to wrap around the leader, nice and close together, just like this. Now, depending on how much tag you've given yourself, I generally like to do 15 to 20, depending on how long it is. But the important part with this is that this tag ends up being roughly the same length as that, wound up apart. And you'll see why in a moment. So I'm going to do probably another 2 wraps. And then what I'm going to do is take the tag end and put it through the loop. When I do that, I then pull this tag back over the top of it, which then starts to unravel or wrap around the knot you've created. Now I pinch that so it doesn't move, and I take the main line section of the doubled over braid and I give it a pull so it starts to tighten up. Then I swap, take the tag end and pull that. Then the main line section, pull that. Then the tag section again and pull that. You'll notice here that it's all come up nicely. Now what I'm going to do is take both of those, give them a good pull. Then individually again, make sure they're not wrapped around. Now we test that. Now with the tag end, I do a half hitch around the tag of the leader. Make sure you pull it up nice and tight, and then a half hitch around both the main line and the tag of the leader. Pull, and again. Now there are a number of ways you could finish this. You could just keep doing half hitches. I prefer to do we'll call it an abbreviated risotto finishing knot. So instead of doing a risotto finishing knot, would be we take this, we create a loop, and I'd do 6 turns inside that loop, but I'm only going to do 2. Now the reason I do that is because it doesn't tend to unravel as much. It's less likely to, because you can pull it up tighter, especially in heavy braid. You can pull it up really nice and tight, and so it doesn't pull back. And now I'm going to do that again, do another one of those, I'll call it an abbreviated risotto. 1, 2, pull it up, and nice and tight. Make sure that it's all nice and tight. All right, now that we've got that, this tag end of the leader, you can cut off really nice and close, just like that. And then if you want to make it a bit of a tapered ramped, so when you bring it back through the guides, it's nice and smooth. You can do another one of those two, the abbreviated risotto, call it. And then another one. What this does is means that there's no hard edge when it's coming back through the guides. Now this section of the knot is not structural, shall we say. It's not tight, not part of the strength of the knot. All this is making it nice and smooth for casting and for retrieving. And then don't have to be quite so close with that, and just cut that off. And there we are. SC knot. Try it. It's not quite as thin in diameter as an FG knot, but what I like about it is that it's more forgiving in terms of how you tie it. You don't have to keep everything tight whilst you're tying it. So if you're in rough conditions, you can still just wrap around. It's nice and easy. All right, try it sometime, see how you go.